to Spec F1 Esports Pacific Series round 13 here at Belgium for the Pacific Series, as I said again. Tonight I've got a co-commentator in the form of Kart Racer, so say hello, Kart Racer.
Hello, mate? Guys.
Or Lockie, either one works.
Had my mic muted.
Oh, well, don't want to do that, mate. We got 16 drivers tonight. Looking forward to a good race. Hopefully there'll be a little bit of chaos to make it interesting, but not too much because we don't want our drivers to get angry with each other. What are you looking for tonight, Kart Racer?
I'm looking forward to lap 1.
Lap 1? Yeah.
Seems going to be interesting with our practice races that we've been doing during the day.
Have you? I haven't been doing anything. I've just been laying in bed pretty much the whole day, but interesting to see how we go. We're just waiting for all the drivers to ready up. So we got 18-minute quali, followed by a 50% race. Your previous winner from last race in Pacific Series was V Schnozzer, so expect him to do well tonight. And then...
Wasn't it Zach?
No, it was Schnozzer.
Hungry?
Zach had penalties.
Oh.
So Schnozzer was classified as winner. You were too far back, man. I'm sorry to say it. It's all that internet though, mate.
Yeah. Oh, it's in the wet water.
Is it?
Yes, it is. So this is going to be interesting.
These are wet qualifying.
Drivers.
And apparently a wet race as well.
That will be very interesting.
So watch out for Timor to be kind of sluggish this session. It's no secret that Timor's wet pace is a little bit slower than his dry pace, so it'll be interesting to see how he does. Look out also for drivers like Orphan Drop in his first race here in Spec. So I'll just run you through last weekend's race results, which was Schnozzer first with Zach second and Timor third. And then fourth we had Geordie Lundy. Fifth we had JB. Sixth was Blitz with the fastest lap. Seventh was Rayner. Supercar was 8th. I believe Gossy Boy got 9th and Kart Race got 10th. So you got 10th last race, Kart Racer. Gonna get a DNF or DNS tonight because you're commentating. But as V Schnozzer's first one out on the track, the last weekend's race winner, as I said, looking to get some mileage in the wet. Not sure if it's a full wet race. All I've been told is that it is a wet start to the race, I believe. So Timor, your current championship leader, 28 points ahead of Zach, with Schnozzer in third, a further 33 points back. So Zach and Schnozzer looking to jump Timor tonight. Good opportunity to do that if they're mistake-free in this wet race and wet sessions. I believe Kart Racer's mic's just gone.
Oh no, I just turned my fan off.
Oh, okay.
Might have got a bit windy if I...
Schnozzer will be our first representative lap time. And then it looks like it will be Supercar second, followed by Zach, and then Rayner. So we ride on board with the McLaren. All the drivers, well, Schnozzer and Rayner, both losing the car a little bit on the exit there. Rayner having to turn into the slide through that downhill right-hander. Not much going on right now. I suspect there won't be as much traffic as there usually would be in a dry session, as most drivers don't want to risk their car a lot of the time, but they will have to at least once when they go out to set their qualifying lap times, if they do want to go out and set a lap. As we currently watch V Schnozzer, third position in the championship, car number 6, the Mercedes, the lone Mercedes at the moment.
Yes, going deep there into the bus stop.
Yep. So he comes down towards the first corner now. Breaking down to second gear. He's third on the exit, short shifts up. Interesting to see what his first sector time is. The car gets a little bit wobbly on the exit there. I'll have to see what it is through Al Rouge, up through Radion now as he slows the car. He's out of qualifying. Schnozzer retires from the session on his first lap. That is terrible news for the Mercedes driver.
He will be
On the
starting
first
down the
lap
field.
here. He'll be starting last unless people get penalties. The Mercedes, as the pink Mercedes that JB goes through, as well as the Haas of Tice or Supercar. Looks like Supercar will be our first representative lap time now. Oh no, it's not Supercar. Sorry. I don't know who it is.
Henchman and JB
Henchman.
Fly High are together on track.
Henchman. So JB lets him through. I believe JB's on a warm-up lap, but scenes within the first 5 minutes of this race weekend. Schnozzer, one of the last weekend's race winner, out of qualifying after 5 minutes. Interesting to see what happens about that later on, whether that'll have any complications with his race. Well, it's already put a massive one on his race, because he'll be starting last position.
Some drivers have opted to stay in the pits until later in this session.
Yeah, so it looks like Henchman will be our
now.
first representative lap time. He goes purple because he's the first driver to set the lap. As he comes into the bus stop chicane now, sorry for being a little bit quiet there, he brakes down to 7th gear. His Orphan Drop looks to be out of it as well. He's crashed at Radion as well, so 2 cars falling victim to Radion. And within the first 8 minutes, as Henchman goes fastest with a 58.1, that will most likely be beaten by Zach, who comes across the line now. Oh no, he's just starting his lap, sorry. It does get beaten by Rayner though with a 56.328. As Henchman's pulled over, he's lost his front wing. Matley sort of loses the car through there. Supercar goes third fastest and we have 5/10 of his teammate. As we watch Tez Sainz now come through, as Timor goes faster with a 56.2. So interesting pace for Timor there as we watch Tez Sainz come through this bus stop chicane. Will he get a good exit as yellow, then green flags being waved, sorry. Runs a little bit wide on the exit. Will he get a good run up the line? He sets a 59.3. He goes last to the cars set lap time. As Geordie JL23, or Geordie Lundy, as you may have seen before, he recently just changed his username, goes third fastest. Kart Racer, could you turn your fan off please, mate?
Yeah.
Sorry, I can just constantly hear it.
Yeah, I was trying to change the settings of it.
Yeah, it's just a bit loud, which sucks. Loxer goes purple through the first sector now, so Loxer first time in the wet on full traction control. I mean, not on full traction control, sorry, on no traction control. Loxer recently just turned off all his assists, so interesting to see how he does, as it looks like the top 6 still haven't changed. Blitz Hotche and is the only one in the pits at the moment. Well, Loxer getting a little bit squirmy off the exit. We watch the racing point of JB and Zach now. Zach will get held up by the racing point. He runs deep. That's ruined Zach's lap there. What has this done for JB's lap? Where will he get on the starting position with just 10 minutes left? He goes 4th faster with a 1:57.5. Didn't actually ruin Zach's lap. He goes 3rd faster with a 57.3. A yellow flag in sector 1. As we watch Loxter now come through this final sector now. See what time he can get. Currently in no ERS, I believe he may have backed out. Yes, he has.
Supercar pulls into the pits here.
Yeah, a lot of drivers come back to the pits. As Timor sets a 55.3. Good lap time by the young. I can't even speak at the moment. By the Red Bull driver. There we go. That always happens to me. Gussie Boy comes through the final sector now. Will he break very well into the bus of chicane? He does. Breaking down to about 60, then 70 through the final part. It's going much faster than a road car does down a long stretch of road, and he goes third fastest. Good job from Gussie Boy there. As Rainer actually jumped up to second while we were... Oh no, Rainer was always been second. I thought he'd like improved his
Rainer
lap
has
time.
opted for the softs.
Softs? He has. Maybe Rainer seeing something that all the other drivers haven't yet.
Is it
On
ready
the soft
yet?
tyres.
I don't know. It looks
Well,
like a bit of spray still, so...
In the garage, you get the delta times with the laps, like, compared to the intermediate tyres, so you'd be seeing the delta constantly changing and, like, moving around. As Matley's
Henchman's
on
also
a
going
good
for
lap
the
now.
softs.
Yeah, so some of the drivers obviously seeing the track conditions are improving and looking to switch to the dry tyres, as Matley now comes through the Puon corner. Coming up to the chicane where Lewis Hamilton crashed out in practice. He needs to get a good entry and exit here because this sets him up for the double right-hander pretty much down here, which leads him onto the back straight. Chorus, it'll be interesting to see what other drivers choose the soft tyres in this session with only 8 minutes left.
Sainz also choosing the softs, but all three still haven't came out on the pits yet.
I'm fairly sure they'd be watching the deltas in the garages as Matley lifts through that corner. May cost him a couple tenths there, not being able to hold it flat just yet, not having the confidence in that car just yet, or maybe in his setup. As he comes out of the bus stop chicane now, goes across the line, sets a 57.6, improves by 7 seconds and goes 7th. As it looks
Henchman's
like
the first car out on softs.
he is. See how Blitz... Oh, he goes, sorry. So just catch on to Blitz Hoche, coming through the second sector now. It'll be interesting to see how he goes. Obviously, one of the top 5 contenders, maybe even a win contender tonight. I know he's been doing a lot of practice, so I'm sure he'll be wanting to show what he's worth tonight. He turns into Puon, clips the entry curb. Well, it doesn't really clip the entry curb, but you need to get a good entry. Otherwise, you can run by and get your lap time validated. Now, breaking at the 50-meter board. Turns in nice and smoothly. It's the yellow flag on the Camel Straight. I believe that's the Camel Straight. I don't really know that much about this track.
Yeah, there's 3 drivers down at the chicane.
Yeah, I can see that on the mini-map as Blitz comes through the final sector now onto this long straight. Now, a lot of drivers have been running out of ERS. Is Rainer also now out? He'll be on the soft tyres as well, so... Obviously, the soft tyres are looking to be a bit better than the intermediates at the moment if more and more drivers are going out on the soft tyres.
Interesting, Zach has came out on the intermediate tyres.
So, Zach obviously not
Same
thinking
as
that the
Timor
soft tyres
Thunder.
are ready yet. Neither is Timor. As Blitz goes
DRS
third
is enabled.
fastest. So, looks like it's definitely time for the softs. So we can watch Henchman now. Going to be the first driver to set a lap time on the soft tyre, the softest of the compounds available. As he comes through Radion now, he sort of loses the car there, so probably not the most confidence in the car yet. So it will change to the... I'm trying to go to the spectator menu. We'll change it to the fitted tyre, and as you can see there, you have 5 people all on this now. Make that 6 people on the soft tyres. Everyone else still on the intermediates. But with just 5 minutes left, this will be the best 5 minutes if you're like guys like Henchman and Rainer and not Zach, Supercar and Tez Science and people like them. All the ones on the soft tyres are going to benefit because the rain has definitely stopped.
Zach has came into the pits after his out lap, so he must be changing the soft tyres now.
Definitely, with DRS being enabled, I think you'll see a lot of those intermediate drivers switch on softs as Henchman actually loses the car out of the Puon corner and hits the barriers. So
He's lost his end plate.
yeah,
He's cut
so he
that
caught
corner so he doesn't get in the way of any driver.
Yeah, smart driving by him, but it also can be a bit dangerous if you rejoin onto the track. As Rainer passes him. I believe that is Rainer. It is Geordie, sorry. Speaking of Rainer, we watch him now, going to be the first representative soft tyre runner, now that Henchman's lap was kind of ruined. He comes through our Rouge now, going to go up Radion. Really fast sweeping right-hander through the left-hander, uses no exit curb. Opens the DRS. Brakes now down to 4th gear. Some drivers choosing to use 5th if it's completely dry. Car race, I can hear myself in the background.
Oh,
Are you watching the stream?
just need to turn my... Nah, I just need to do something to turn my thing down.
All good, all good. Rainer comes through
I just turned it off.
left-hander. Comes down towards Puon. Will he get a good entry? He nearly clips the curb, turns it out of the slide. He was sliding around. He will still set this lap time though. So obviously the soft tyre is still not getting up to temperature as Rainer would like. As interestingly, Timor has stayed out on his intermediates. So Timor's still out on the intermediates. Every other person out on the soft tyres now. So we watch Rainer
The 2 Ferraris come out at the same time.
come through this final sector now. Basically the final sector just a long straight with a tiny chicane at the back. Comes through this left-hander now at 320 kilometers now in max ERS mode. He will go down to no ERS, harvest some of that battery into the chicane, conserve the energy throughout the lap, and he pulls into the pit lane. Looking to go into another set of softs possibly. So as Timor now comes down the back straight, he's invalidated, so it looks like he may be switching to the soft tyres with 3 laps left. It's going to be extremely tight for Rainer to get back out, considering the lap time is about 1 minute 40 here.
He's going to have to do a flying lap just to get back around.
Yeah, Timor pulls in, getting off those intermediates. As Geordie comes into the bus stop now, so finally we'll get a representative lap on the softs, but he also pulls into the pits. It seems like no one wants to set a lap time on these soft tyres. So it looks... No, Supercar's in as well. So it almost looks like that no one's got confidence in these soft tyres. Looks like Matley will be the first one. He will go to... No, he's not on an out... He's on an out lap. Test science has been invalidated. No one's going to set a lap on these soft tyres.
Geordie's going to have a struggle just to get back around for his lap.
Yeah, I don't think Timor will get another lap. Neither will Rainer. They both stayed in the pit lane. So Timor will get a fresh choice of tyres, and so will Rainer. So they're obviously sacrificing grid position for fresh tyres in the race. So Matley goes purple through sector 1, obviously because he's on the soft tyres and get the DRS on those intermediate runners. I believe his lap time wasn't valid. No, he's starting his lap now. So I know I've said this a couple of times, it looks like it will now be Matley, unless... No, Henchman coming through the final chicane now. Yep, so will be Matley. It will be Matley to set the first lap time on the soft tyres. With just a minute left in qualifying. As Timor and Rainer have both come out of the pit lane, so will they get another lap? Interesting to see that. That'll be really
8
close.
seconds faster.
Matley will top the timesheets, but will he stay there? Because he's still got drivers like Lockster, Dash, SFF1 Hayden. I believe that is his first race as well as Orphan Drop, but he's out. JB, Geordie, Zach, Gussie, Blitz, Rainer and Timor if they can get around. Everyone is out on these soft tyres, but will they be able to set lap time? That is a question. Matley comes around the bus stop chicane. He will go first with a 1:46.5. JB will be next. Oh no, Lockster with a 46.3. So Lockster in the Renault. Then JB. What will JB do? He goes first with a 45.2. Next across the line, Rainer might get a lap here. Rainer is going to get a lap. With 10 seconds left, RJC Rainer 44 will get a lap time, but Timor won't. Rainer starts his lap, and Dash goes second. As Test Science jumps third, Zach goes first with a 44.4. So all these soft tyre runners now starting to get into the rhythm of these tyres as Timor does not get a lap. So Timor starting on those fresh tyres for the race as he qualified in intermediates. Blitz jumps up to second with a 44.5. Now all eyes turn to Henchman as he actually qualifies 6th position there, finishes in 6th. What has Gussie Boy got? Gussie Boy goes a 45.6, he jumps up to 4th position. Geordie and Supercar haven't made it. SFF1 Hayden has got his lap time validated, so he will be starting in 15th position. Behind V Schnozzer and in front of Orphan Drop. Now all eyes turn
And
as
he will be starting on this.
Matley goes faster, sorry to cut you off there, Kart Racer. Matley's gone a 10th faster, so this could put him up with Lockstar and towards Henchman if he can get a good final sector. He's around this, he gets the power down on the exit very well there. As he comes across the line, he goes 7th. Lockstar has backed out of his lap time, I think. No, he just lost the back end, goes 5th. Now all eyes turn to the McLaren of Rayner. He is up by 9 seconds. This could put him to the top of the timesheet. Oh, he's got invalidated. Rayner's been invalidated on his final lap. Rayner seems to have lost it on that final lap, so he will be starting 11th behind Timor. He sets a 44.3. He would have gone pole if that lap time had not been invalidated. Now we cut to Dash. He
went
has
11
backed out of
seconds
it.
faster in the end.
So Dash is out of it.
Dash
So
in the
that
pit
is
lane.
qualifying over. So, interesting qualifying there. You have Zach on pole from Blitz OCE, from JB, and then Gussie in 4th, and I believe Loxa in 5th. But that is your qualifying for the Pacific Series Belgian Grand Prix. We'll see you in the race, I guess. Final qualifying order, so top 5 is Zach, Blitz, JB, Gussie and Lockstar. 6th is Dash, 7th is Test Science, 8th is Matley, 9th is Henchman, 10th is Timor, 11th is Rayner, 12th is Geordie, Supercars 13th, Schnozzer is 14th after crashing out. I believe SFF1 Hayden is 15th with no time, and 16th in his first race is Orphan Drop. So, the two rookies starting 15th and 16th. As well as Schnozzer starting 14th, so it'll be interesting to see those guys come through the pack.
Zach wants us to join his party at the end of the race. And
Oh,
it
it is a wet
start
race.
to the race.
Interesting to see how
Will
long
this
this
go
rain
all the way?
lasts. It starts heavy rain. I've just seen from one of the drivers. It starts off heavy rain, and about halfway through it'll transition to light rain, and then right at the end it'll go to dry. So very interesting start to proceedings tonight, and it's going to get even more interesting through this turn 1 on lap 1. But first we've got the formation lap, so drivers can heat up their tyres. Don't believe
Interesting this first lap.
Zach's going to be able to message you at the moment, Car Racer. He's starting on pole position.
True.
So he leads the field way on this formation lap.
Looks like very torrential rain.
Yeah, everyone on the wet tyres, so the hardest of the wet tyres, I guess you could say, the slowest tyre available for the worst conditions. So a very interesting race here. Zach at the moment looking to grab a 24-point swing in the championship on Timor Thunder. But as we know, Timor will be able to come through this field if there is any incidents, excuse me. Carlos, do you want to say anything before we go green?
I know a couple of drivers have done some practice in very similar conditions, so it'll be interesting those drivers coming through the field.
Yeah, looks like Orphan drops past SFF1 Hayden on the formation lap. You can see he's running through the packet. Gussie Boy's had a collision with someone. There's a few drivers on the grid. Gussie Boy and Dash may have come together, as well as Henchman and Timor. Timor's on the grid. Timor's on the grid.
That's not good for Timor. He's
as well as
those warm tires.
SFF1 Hayden. He's also on the grid. So he's made a collision with someone. So car number 22, the Ferrari of Zach, makes his way into towards this final sector now, as Radley has joined the session.
Oh no.
Radley, I believe, being blacklisted at the moment. Well, indefinitely at the moment, I reckon. Well, I'm not sure about that, but definitely, I don't think meant to be a part of the race, because if he was, he would have been invited. So he'll be able to watch the race.
Earlier on.
But he won't be able to race in it, so it doesn't really make a big difference.
I couldn't get my camera changed. My controller has been playing up. Finally got it changed.
Nice. As Zach comes into the bus stop chicane now, as Blitz has dropped right to the back of the field, so Blitz must have spun on this formation lap. As Lockster and JB are going through each other into this final chicane. It's all kicking off on this formation lap. As they come up to the cars now who are stopped on the grid. Have Hayden, Timor, Henchman, Dash and Gussie Boy all been naughty boys on the grid.
With the tyre situation with the heat, it's not as crucial in the wet because you don't need that heat. Because the tyres need to be cool in wet conditions.
Yeah. As I believe Blitz is the last one to take his place on the grid. We are set to go green here at Spa. As it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights.
5 red lights.
So lights out and away we go. It's a very tentative start as SFF1 Hayden from the back. As Zach cuts in front of Blitz. It looks like Gussie Boy's going down the inside of JB. One of the Toro Rossos off. I believe that's the Toro Rosso of Matley losing positions there.
Matley,
there's a Ferrari on top of a McLaren. I believe that's a McLaren of Rayner there with Hayden going over the top of him as Zach currently leads the field through Radion. It looks like all to be clean at the moment. As Gussie Boy cuts the track, he may pick up a penalty for that dash. And Timor Thunder's up to 6th from 10th position. Good start there by the Rebel driver. Schnoz is also up to 9th. They head to the 2 McLarens. They come down the Camel Straight now. Zach has pulled out a 4/10 lead, make that 5/10 lead into this first sector.
Hayden has
Blitz
left
still
the
running his
session.
tail.
He must have disconnected.
No, I believe he may have left because I believe he was the Ferrari sliding over the top of the McLaren of Rayner through turn 1. So JB now, JB's not had a good start. He's lost a second as Rayner gets past Lockster down the back.
Lockster running wide and Matley gets back past the Renault of Lockster.
As Schnozzer goes down the inside through Pouon. This could end in tears. He backs out of it of Tez Science. As Geordie JL23 tries to go around the outside, he goes onto the curb. That can entice his teammate Rayner to go around his outside through this right-hander. He does so. Rayner up to 10th. Oh no, 9th, sorry. You can just see nothing in the spray. Schnozzer losing the car slightly. So does Rayner. No grip out there at the moment. Schnozzer having to rattle his wheel around at the moment. It looks like Rayner's got past. So Schnozzer not having a great start. I believe his wheel may have come off his mounts. So that's not good for the Mercedes driver. As after the first lap, Zach leads by 9/10 of a second over Blitz, with JB a further 1.5 back, with Gussie looking to be...
There is a yellow flag.
Schnozzer's out.
Schnozzer has retired.
Schnozzer's out.
What has
Looks
happened?
like he's run into a wall down the straight. There is a virtual safety car.
There might have been a collision with Geordie.
Maybe, as Geordie pulls into the pits.
Geordie is in the pits for a new front wing.
People are wanting to restart. I'm not sure if that will be happening.
Will there be a restart? Reach nodule is wanting to restart, so there must be a problem with lag. It must have made a collision with someone.
Yeah, that sucks though.
Geordie now behind the AI car of SFF1 Hayden.
As we go green now, Zach currently leading by 0.4 of a second over Blitz, so Blitz must have gained a lot through that virtual safety car. He's now right on the back of the Ferrari, as well as Timor right on the back of Gussie
Rayner
Boy.
going down the inside of Test Science into poo on, and he makes it stick.
The McLaren goes down the inside, he will force the Red Bull wide, and he makes the move. Good job by the McLaren driver as he loses the car on the curb there, but he managed to keep it. Excellent car control again from the McLaren driver. As Blitz is now starting to challenge Zach up the front. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on now. Yeah, Racing Point currently doing great in the constructors.
Timor is clawing back that time towards the leader. He has made 5 positions on the opening 2 laps.
Yeah. So Timor looks to go down the inside of the pink Mercedes. He's right on the back of the Gussie Boy now. Timor struggling to get the power down. A little bit of wheel spin. He will go down the inside through turn 1. He slides.
Orphan drop runs wide.
Orphan drop down in 13th position as Timor forced to the inside.
But he's
got the
still
move
got
done
past
on
Gussie Boy.
All Gussie Boy trying to re-challenge him up. Radion, Gussie Boy taking it easy. Doesn't want to crash out. This is the Racing Point driver still trying to stay attached to the back of the Red Bull, but I don't believe that's happening.
Timor is on the charge towards JB Fly High. Can he get another position on this 3rd lap?
Interesting to see how Timor does throughout the rest of these 19 laps here. Pretty short race in terms of laps, but of course the circuit is extremely long compared to a lot of the other tracks that we go to. So that is the justification in the lack of laps.
Blitz is staying with Zach within 5/10 of him. So if this run clears, he will have the DRS. Vishnoza has left the session.
So Vishnoza obviously getting a little bit angry with himself at the moment with everything that's happened with his retirement tonight, as it looks like Timor maybe going to get down the inside of the Racing Point at the bus stop chicane. He's tucked into the slipstream using max DRS, or max ERS, sorry. There's a yellow flag, as I believe that's Taurus of Orphan Drop. He has slid somewhere,
yes,
maybe
it's
hit a
Orphan
wall.
Drop, and Geordie goes past him.
Nice and cleanly
Luckily,
there.
Orphan Drop was ghosting.
You can see JB now. Another silent person that we should look out for tonight is Rayner. He's up to 6th position. Also now trying to get past Gussie Boy, as JB runs slightly wide through the first corner.
JB
Timor
is under attack by Timor.
Timor right on the rear diffuser of that pink Mercedes. So both Racing Points getting their positions challenged by 2 very fast drivers as Timor runs wide off Radion there. Interesting. I don't think he'll get JB, but I believe Rayner might have a chance against Gussie Boy. He's tucked into the slipstream. Will he dart down the inside? No, he doesn't. Gussie Boy defends it pretty nicely. May have been a little bit of contact there, maybe a little bit of lag going on, as I believe there is a little bit out there tonight. Rayner slides trying to get past the Racing Point, but it doesn't look like it's happening at the moment.
JB is choosing to stick on the rev limiter a little bit longer than usual. Timor looks down the inside, pull on, but it's not there.
Yeah, I'm watching Rainer now, still right on the back of Gussie Boy, only a 2/10 behind now. So Timor and Rainer could be extremely close to an overtake on both their drivers here. As we watch now the McLaren driver, he needs a good exit onto the long straight.
Looks like Schnozzer took Geordie out.
May have been lag. Schnozzer has been complaining about lag.
Yes, he has said it was due to lag, but he has said he's may have taken Geordie with him.
What realistically Geordie needs
down the
now
back end.
is a safety car as Timor looks down the inside. Rainer does the same in the background. You can see the McLaren driver there. But Blitz is the fastest up in the race, but I was about to say Steamore, but it's Timor, not Steamore. As
Timor's looking to the outside.
JB goes wide.
Inside.
He gets it easily. JB running wide, so does Rainer. Both drivers making their moves at the first corner. Rainer up to
Will
5th.
JB get the run at 10 straight? He gets good run up, Radion and Irouge. Looks like Timor has got the gap.
Yeah, it doesn't look like JB or Gussie Boy could challenge Timor or Rainer down this straight, so they're down to 4th and 6th. So I know JB's a good driver.
JB did pull in the braking zone.
Yeah. As Blitz is still within that 1 second window of Zach, so these two have been.
There's a yellow flag.
I believe that is orphan drop off again. So the Toro Rosso driver on the intermediates actually. So Matley and orphan drop both on the intermediates, as well as Zach's ghost car. Or was SFF1's Hayden's ghost car?
SFF1 Hayden. Yeah. Orphan drop needs a new front wing.
His new wing. Will we see the likes of Zach and Blitz come in for the intermediates? I can see the rain is starting to slow down a little bit, so they may start to think about going on to the intermediates. All the gaps seem to stay the same throughout the field at the moment, about 1 to 2 to 5 seconds throughout the entire field.
Will either Blitz or Timor gamble and go on the intermediates and try to jump Zach?
Yeah, I'm sure they'd be getting information from other people in their party, because I'm sure they would be in separate parties. I know Blitz and Matley may be in the same
Zach is
party.
wide.
No, none of them pit. So Timor's in. Timor looks to be in for the intermediate tyres. And JB. And Rainer. Gussie Boy stays out.
Stays out, as is Timor. He's in the pits. Will Dash pit? Yes, he will.
So
And
Dash
his science, will he pit? No, he does not.
Will JB jump Timor?
Supercar pits.
JB may actually jump Timor back here because of the...
Blocks the 10-second time penalty exceeding track limits. That did not look like he cut the corner much. But he is in the pits as well. And Geordie.
Blitz, Zach must have made a mistake. Blitz looks to go around the outside. Sorry I didn't catch that. I was too busy watching the action in the pit lane. As he goes around the outside through this right-hander, he'll turn to the to the inside. He forces Zach wide.
Zach off the track, but Zach holds the inside.
There's a Toro Rosso spun of orphan drop. He's spun again, so orphan drop not having a good race. He's not having a good race.
Having a bad first race.
Change for the lead there. So Blitz goes to first after 6 laps.
Matley has jumped Dash, Supercar, and Geordie in that pit stop.
So the intermediate's looking to be the way to go now, but there's a yellow flag as that is orphan drop off
Gussie
again.
Boy and Tez Science are still in front.
You can see all the cars streaming past. As Henchman goes by, orphan drop will rejoin.
Will Blitz and Zach pit this lap?
They would have to, you'd think, otherwise they're going to get jumped by Timor, who's going past his teammate Tez Science. There's another yellow flags as orphan drop spun again. So orphan
He's
drop...
not having a good day.
Not having a good day, but he's in danger of ruining other people's days, so that would definitely need to be looked into after this race.
He's lost his wing again. He stopped on track once.
It'll be a matter of time before he retires. Zach picks up a penalty.
Zach's usually got a 3-second time penalty.
So will we see these guys pit? Will Blitz
Is
pit?
he pushing too hard?
Is, yeah, they're both in. Both leaders are in. So battle of the pit crews now.
Oh,
as Blitz breaks early, so Zach has to sort of wait a little bit. As Zach pulls into his pit box now, who will be fastest, Ferrari or Alfa Romeo? Zach's service. Blitz still trundling down.
Looks like
Zach's
Timo
stuck.
will.
Zach's not moving in the pit box.
Has he got? Does he have a 5-second time penalty?
He's left the session.
Zach has left the session.
Zach may have lagged
Something
out
has
there.
happened. Blitz has got the lead, but Timor is now into second place.
JB third
JB
with Rainer
Fahey
fourth.
third. Has he lagged out?
Maybe, I can't invite him. It would be interesting to see who the host is now as Rainer slides through Ranion. As Gussie Boy up to 5th now passes Zach. So Zach's going to be dropping like fly.
Yeah, it says he's still at Belgium.
So Zach's internet connection may have failed him here now as Rainer's right on the back of JB Fahey. These two race socially a lot. These two race socially a lot, so it'll be interesting to see their battle tonight. As there's a yellow flag as Orphan drops finally retired from this session. Will that cause maybe a safety car? It has caused a safety car. So there's now a safety car
on lap 7.
On lap 7 of this
bunch
race.
The field up.
So we'll bunch the field up.
This will be good for Zach if he can get back in.
Yeah, it would be. But we'll have to see if Zach can get back in.
Oh.
As Orphan Drop has left the session. No, the race did not die.
We're testing the same thing at the same time. Oh.
Zach's Xbox just shut down.
Xbox shut down.
So I can't invite him.
He didn't lag out. Maybe there was a power issue.
Maybe.
Maybe there was something wrong with his electricity connection.
Could you maybe go into, say, Rainer's party or something and get him to invite Zach?
Yep.
Because I can't invite him at the moment, so...
I can't join his Rainer. I can't tell if Rainer is through anonymous. It's Rainer. I'll just see Rainer. I can join his party. Yep. Can't anyone quite the rule environment.
Yeah, I can't even invite Zach.
Can't invite Zach to the race. He's on 29. He's back in the game, but will he get back in the race in time by the end of this safety car?
Well, I can't invite him, so...
The field now bunches up.
Only one that could invite him really would be the host, and I'm not sure who the host is. So... And a lot of these drivers, I believe Blitz may be inviting him. Blitz is in AI, so is Timor, so is JB.
They're all
so it looks like all trying. Zach is back.
Zach has joined. Jack.
So
I said Jack.
Jack.
Zach.
Yes, Jack. Zach is in, so he should be able to come in, take control of his car.
But he has lost 4 positions.
He's lost 4 positions, but he hasn't lost time pretty much because he's back with the safety car.
Now he has to get through
Gussie
Boy, Rainer, JV, and Timor just to get back to his position.
And they aren't easy people to pass, so it'll be interesting to see how Zach goes for the next.
This is good for Geordie and Lockster.
Where are they? Oh, they're down the field, yeah, for sure. As the henchman picks up a penalty.
5-second time penalty.
Where's he running
Looks
wide?
like Gussie is holding everyone up. Maybe he's just trying to get a little space from Rainer, just in case there is a bunch up once again, because I know lots of people like to do that, and normally people get front wing damage.
Yeah, I'm just watching
Especially
Lockster as Geordie's caught up. Will Lockster catch up?
Lockster should catch up.
Not having as having a bit of
Hayden
luck.
will not catch up.
Matley has left the session now.
As he lost connection.
Zach has left the session. So
Something is happening. Will there be a restart?
I'm not sure. Safety car isn't in this lap, so safety car will be out for another lap. As this is going to be a fairly long race now with the safety car out in this wet weather. But no, the rain is still falling. It looks almost like for a minute that the rain had stopped and we could see a switch to dry tyres, but doesn't look like that's going on.
So Matley and Zach, 6th and 7th position, have both left the session.
So is Dash.
And Dash. So, is there something going on?
All three of them have left. All 6th, 7th and 8th have left the session.
Is there something happening or that we don't know?
If there is a
what's
restart, that will
on?
definitely help V Schnozzer, because he'll be able to get back to the race. But if there is a restart, I believe it will only be a 25% race.
Yes.
But Zach has joined back.
Zach has joined again.
So is Dash.
Dash
so
has
Dash
joined.
and Zach back in.
Matley hasn't joined back
hasn't
yet.
though. So, not sure what's going on with Matley.
Has he disconnected and not been able to get on?
I'm not sure, but Matley has been.
I'll join Dash's party and see what's happening.
Okay, I'll send you an invite straight away back to this one.
Yep.
Interesting times here for this Belgian Grand Prix, as we've got a pretty mixed up order as Blitz OCE leads the field with Timor in 2nd position. With JB
Zach is
third.
letting people past. Matley and Dash have just gone past Zach.
He's back in his car, Zach, though. And I believe Dash will be in his car momentarily. But Zach back
Is he
in
going
his
to
car.
try and get back past the Alpha and the Toro Rosso of Matley and Dash?
Who knows, but one thing for certain is that Dash and Matley still aren't back in their cars. Oh, Dash is back in his. He gets past Dash as Dash returns.
And Zach's gone past. Zach has
The safety
gone
car
past.
comes into the pit lane this lap. So Blitz now has pace of the field.
Will Blitz bunch everyone up and try to get a run at the bus stop?
Car number 2, the Alfa Romeo, safety car flies down the straight. Everyone most likely at 100% ERS. Yep, everyone is at 100% ERS. As Test Signs looks to sort of go past Supercar there. Yep. Everyone
This is going to
back
be
at
an
the field.
interesting restart.
As Rayner checks up behind JB, interesting to see how Rayner goes through this restart.
They're not going to
As
invite me
Test
to a
Signs
party
picks
for
up a
now.
penalty.
Collision with Supercar. There's a front wing end plate on the track.
So as we watch the restart on board with Rayner spearing a view, Blitz
And
has
is
shot
backing
off.
everyone up.
He's shut off now. Down the main straight he goes. So Blitz leads, followed by Timor with JB just slightly in third. It's this yellow flag, as there may be some shenanigans going on down the back of the field. Zach looks to get past Matley straight away. The ghost car not being too much of a challenge
And
for
Dash
Zach.
goes straight through him.
So does Dash. So Matley and Supercar. So there's a bit of push and shove going on down the back of the field.
SFF1 Hayden's car did catch back up to the train.
Yeah.
Before the
As
restart.
Timor now. Timor goes to the outside. Blitz sort of fakes left, goes right. He'll defend the inside line. He can do what he can do, but he does defend that first position on this restart. JB sort of dropping back by about a second there. But Timor Thunder in the Red Bull challenging Blitz now off this restart.
Orphan Drop internet has disconnected. Maybe that was resulted in his DNF.
But Orphan Drop has DNF'd, so he won't be able to go back in anyway. As still Timor tries to get past as Geordie, JL23 and Test Science have a battle down the back of the pack here. Test Science is forced wide.
Gets back in
Lockster's
front.
off. So as Henchman tries to go down the inside and test science. A whole battle going on down here. Meanwhile, Rayna's trying to get past JB.
And Geordie has prevailed from all that battling up to 9th position.
So we watch Rayna and JB now. Will JB try and defend hard into this special cane, or will he let Rayna past? Obviously not in teammates, but they could be in the same party. So it'll be interesting to see what happens now. Will
And there is a
Rayna
dry
dart to the
line
inside?
appearing.
It's still rain falling though, so as you can see blue skies though. As Matley has joined back, so Matley back in the session,
Yes, I'm
but
pretty
too
sure
late as Timor sets at
JB is in
58.8.
the target.
So will Rayna be able to get down the inside of JB as Supercar and Dash having a little battle down here? There's a lot of skirmishes going on at the moment. I can't cover them. We can't cover them all, sorry. As Zach's now slipstream and DRS range of DRS was enabled of Gussie Boy. As Rayna looks to try and get past the pink Mercedes now. The McLaren driver, car number 80, the white
The
helmet.
henchman has lost it, and Lockster and Test Science have gone avoiding action and just missed the spinning
Matley's driven
half
past him.
car.
And so is Hayden, so Henchman now last. As Rayna and Rayna gives JB a little touch up, another bump through that corner. Will that cause damage there as JB sort of lags towards him? This could be interesting going down into Poo on Rayna.
Is he going
turns
to
his car up.
dive? No,
JB does the same.
JB has.
Still a little bit more contact. Obviously Rayna may not be able to see where his front wing is compared to where he is driving from his point of view. See the background there, the Ferrari's trying to get past the other pink Mercedes. Rayna is going to hold it through this double right-hander. JB's run wide, that can give Rayna the incentive he needs. A little bit late on the power there, trying to keep the traction. Rayna's in no ERS mode though. So
Timor's right on Blitz, his gearbox.
Yep, these two battling as well. Timor sort of backing out of it though.
Rayna's lost some ground. He's gone down the inside.
He's gone down the inside. JB turns in. He has to back out of that one. This helicopter shot providing an amazing view of this battle. You
JB's
see
got
Rayna
the traction
there.
out the bus stop. Rayna's weaving to get some tyre temp.
Zach goes to the outside of Gussie Boy now, cutting to this battle.
Timor's still trying to find a way around that Alfa Romeo car.
Yeah. Blitz is making that Alfa Romeo like a boat in these conditions at the moment, making it really wide. It looks like he may get the move done now. This Blitz covers hard. A little bit dangerous there from Blitz. Maybe, I can't really tell. I
Geordie's getting a 3-second time penalty.
Geordie's been given a penalty as Zach in the background looks for a move on Gussie Boy. So top 6 all having their own separate 2v2v2 battles.
Rayna's still on the back of the pink Mercedes of JV Fly High.
As Henchman picks up a 3-second time penalty, Rayna's faster through this through the start of the middle sector, but JB can just turn the car up through the final sector and pull away. But Rayna looks to move down the inside of Poo and he pulls to the inside.
Is there going to be
These two had contact in Hungary. Will there be contact again? Rayna has to back out of that one. He would have lost the car if he tried to go for a move through there. Unfortunate for Rayna there. He gets alongside the Mercedes. I keep calling it the Mercedes. It's the Racing Point. Pretty much a Mercedes. It's the only 2 Mercedes cars out there. They're the only 2 cars powered by Mercedes engine out there at the moment, as Snozza has DNF'd. But
there's still
looks
only
like
3 Mercedes cars. 2 Mercedes cars left.
Blitz may have broken the gap on Timor. So Blitz will be hoping
Is
that
Timor
it stays.
conserving?
Maybe, you never know. Will Rayna try and launch one down the inside? No, he doesn't. Zach, maybe though, as you see the 2 McLarens battling up there. Rayna picks up a penalty though. As I believe JB running more traction control than Rayna at the moment though, so that could be why JB's picking up better exits off low speed corners than Rayna.
Wet conditions, it does help.
Yep, as Zach and Gussie Boy still slipstreaming each other. So Science picks up a penalty now.
Geordie on the back of the Alfa Romeo car of Dash. So the Alfa Romeo cars both in the top 10 in this race.
Geordie looks like he disconnected for a second there, but will he try and go for a Geordie lungy move down the inside? No, he doesn't. He keeps to the end. He keeps behind the Alfa Romeo.
Because he's got the heart of Supercar right behind him. So if he makes a mistake, Supercar can pounce on him.
Yep. Oh, Geordie runs really deep. He tries to go around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. There was a little bit of a gap there, but Dash closed the door straight away. This 3-car battle is going to go on for a little bit now. As Timor may have been conserving, as you said there, he's back up to 4 tenths the gap between the top 2, 3 tenths between the gap between 3 and 4, and 5
Which
tenths
is definitely
the gap
conserving his ERS. He's got 94%.
Could be. As we have just 9 laps left, it seems like this race has been going on forever. As Dash sort of brake checks Geordie there.
Does Geordie have some damage?
He most likely will, because that was a pretty significant chunk of front wing that made contact. But it looks like Supercar's going to go around the outside. Geordie's lagging a little bit. Oh, Rayner makes a move on JB, lunges down the inside. JB will cut the corner. He'll force Rayner wide.
They both run off.
As Zach looks to have made a move in the background.
Giving Zach some time back.
I'm so sorry we missed that lunge.
And Gussie Boy.
As looks like Rayner may be a bit frustrated. Yeah. Zach tries to catch up to the back of Gussie Boy now. As Timor and Blitz still going at it.
Zach going to the outside.
Is he going to the outside? He is going to the outside. He will get the position.
Will he outbrake the Force, not the Force India, Racing Point?
Same thing, different name.
Yep.
Zach keeps the position now. He can now chase after the McLaren of Rayner as henchman. 3-second time penalty. Rayner may have front wing damage after that collision with JB. He's dropped back by about a second and a bit now.
Does not look like he has damage, but he could have lime green damage on his data.
Yeah, as it looks like Team or Thunder may be close to an overtake on Blitz OCE here on lap 14 of 22. Looks like the rain has started to soften now, with only 8 laps left in this race. As Mattley's onto the softs now, so Mattley on the soft tyres.
That is a big gamble. Both Toro Rosso's gone for gambles in this race.
I mean, he's not really got much to lose at the moment. He's down in 13th position. If this works out, it could jump him into the points.
Supercar also picks up another 3-second time penalty.
3-second penalty. Timor locks up slightly going into the bus stop chicane.
Supercar going for the move on Dash. Dash blocks him. Geordie right behind Supercar now. Could he get
track is drying up quickly.
Oh, Geordie hits the side of Supercar.
The rain
going around the outside.
Goes around the outside. He tries to do a Geordie lunging move down the inside. There is a little bit of contact there. He has to try and save the car as Rayner gets past JB again. Missed that one for a second time.
Side by side.
Rayner had to back out of it
JB
there.
Gets.
It would have hit the wall otherwise.
Zach also gone for a Gussie Boy.
Timor's gone for a move again. As Timor switches to the inside now, there's a little bit of blocking and dodging and weaving going on. As Timor hits Blitz. Will there be a clip emerging of that? As looks like Rayner tries to go around the outside. JB has to lock up slightly. Rayner probably getting really frustrated at the moment. Stuck behind the racing point. Zach's now right behind.
Can Zach get into 3rd position here?
As Rayner's hit JB, there's contact. They've both gone round. He sort of straights him out. As Zach now jumps past Rayner. So Rayner down to 5th now, probably extremely frustrated at the moment with what's going on. He tries to go down the inside of Zach.
Getting very aggressive.
Rayner getting extremely aggressive at the moment. He runs wide. That could give him penalties. Losing the car. Another car, I believe, may come into the pit lane. No, I just heard a random sound for no reason. Thanks, Codemasters. As Ren's not got Gussie Boy to think about, there's a yellow flag.
Geordie gets past Supercar. Supercar spins at Puon.
Supercar, yeah.
Does he have damage from collecting the wall?
Will we see cars into the pits for the dry tyres this lap? So track seems to be really dry at the moment. Blitz is conserving down this long straight.
And Zach is down the inside.
JB
has got the run.
Timur's in. Timur is into the pit lane.
Timur's in.
Timur
big
pits.
Gamble. Can
big
he
gamble there.
Get in front of the Alpha
Zach's also
car?
in as well. Blitz has made the wrong call here.
Is this a mistake from Blitz?
Rainer's in as well. You'll see a bunch of cars going to the soft tyres now towards the end of this race.
Blitz is going to have to pull out a qualifying lap on those intermediates.
I believe Timur may have had a front wing change.
Gussie Boy's still going too.
As the henchman retires. So that's caused a safety car. So that's hurt Blitz even more. Because now they have to do a lap at slower speeds while everyone else can pit. So this safety car is
But he still gets a free pit stop.
He gets a free pit stop, but the whole strategy of like doing the extra lap is you try to stay as fast as possible. But this is going to ruin him.
This is going to be close.
He's gone into neutral, maybe in frustration or trying to slow the car down.
It probably would help him as well. Because he can keep the same gap and could come out in first once again.
Who knows? Who knows? But
if not, he'll be right behind them.
Yeah. But what is for certain is the fact that everyone will be pitting onto the soft tyres for the last 6 laps of this race. It definitely will, because he was the first one on the soft tyres, been on those for about 2 laps now. As we watch the Alfa Romeo driver come through this final section of Sector 2, he's down by 13.5 seconds. Doesn't look like he's lost too much on Timur though.
It's going to be an interesting restart. Blitz and Gussie Boy have to come in the pits this lap.
And if they don't, they're madmen. And they'll be branded madmen for the rest of their days.
The track looks very dry now, so they're going to have to pit. It's almost bone
dry at this point.
Those tyres will be overheating extremely.
Blitz pulls in, so Blitz is no longer being branded a madman for the rest of his days.
Now we have to look at Gussie. If he does not pit,
he will be branded a madman for the rest of his days. Don't know why I'm saying that. Probably just think Gussie
pits. Has pit. Will Timur jump Blitz?
Blitz is going to be very close.
Right now. Timur,
I believe Timur's not going to get him. Timur's not going to get him.
But Timur's Delta stops
Timur's
now, but
not going to get him.
Come out in front.
Blitz will keep the lead. This will benefit Gussie as well, because JB and Rayner just come down the pit straight now.
Blitz with the newer tyres?
I don't think one lap's going to make much of a difference, but Gussie stays in the same position anyway, so them two both, as Blitz actually made 5 seconds. Almost. But that gets immediately taken away out of the safety car.
5 seconds. Yeah, immediately he has lost that time game. It would have been a different story if that safety car did not come out for Henchman's crash.
Yeah. I just want to say hello to Jackie Press 8. I believe you may be watching the stream at the moment. Just check the Discord chat. Orphan Drop, otherwise known as. Pretty poor race from you, mate. Hopefully, not trying to put you down or anything, but that was a pretty poor performance tonight. I'm sorry. We'll have to see. We'll see you next race. Believe you may be racing Global, or if not, we'll see you next Tuesday.
Is he in F2?
Pacific. Not sure if he's in F2. Also F2
as the safety car
on Friday night. As Timur Thunder is typing a message. So
as you will be commentating with JB Fly High.
Snow. Oh, Timur's getting a little bit mad at Blitz. He says he can't zigzag on the straight when I'm almost beside you. Don't be that dirty racer.
Timor is getting fired up on our race leader.
It looks like
Will
Blitz
there
may
be
be
more
responding to
aggressive
that.
moves for the remainder of this race?
Blitz is responding to that, so... Blitz says sorry, he just really wants to win. Great response
So
there from
Blitz
the Alfa
really
Romeo
wanting this
driver.
win.
He
Can Timor pull
has...
some time with this dry conditions?
Yeah, interesting to see that. There will be a 4-lap sprint to the end of this race.
As the safety car's not in this lap, but Timor is getting
One
closer
more lap.
to Blitz. Will there be something happening?
I don't
this
believe Blitz
dash.
has ever won a race spec race yet. So this could be Blitz's first ever race spec win.
I believe he's only got one podium of a 3rd place.
Timor said, I
Timor
don't
is
mind if you
still
win,
going
just don't jeopardize both our races. So Timor doesn't mind if he doesn't win this race, because he's obviously gaining points on his 2 championship rivals at the moment, as it stands. So he doesn't mind whether he wins this race or comes 2nd, or even 3rd if Zach stays 4th. But he just doesn't want his race ruined by Blitz OCE. So you're going to get feisty in these final couple laps.
Will we see Timor trying some different moves on Blitz just to get past that Alfa Romeo car?
Interesting to see what goes on. Look out for Rayner as well. Rayner pretty fast on soft tyres. He'll be trying to get past JB. JB holding off Rayner in 3rd. Blitz responds to that with a simple yes or yep. So also, I just want to put that out. If you do want to join, just search up Race Spec F1 Esports Discord on Google. I'm fairly sure it comes up. Or just send me a message on Xbox, Balsamic Dog 3002, and I'll be able to send you an invite to the Discord, and you can jump out racing, or you can message and say the hashtag, or hashtag 3773 or 3733. Sorry, but. Also, one of the main ways to get in contact is message one of the league coordinators. So if you want to get involved in Pacific Series, message ZachJW22. I believe he's the league coordinator. If you want to get involved...
And Tez Science, I believe.
Tez Science is the co-coordinator, I believe.
So you can contact either of them and they will get back to you.
Yeah. Or maybe contact Master Mike 04. He is also one of the people. Or, I believe... No, Lachlan. No, not even gonna say.
Lachlan. Yeah.
Lachlan Expert.
That's his Discord.
Yeah, I know.
Safety car is in this lap. So what will Timor try to get in front of?
Yeah,
Blitz
definitely. What will
OCE?
Timor try? What will JB try on Timor? What will Zach try on JB? What will Rayner try on all 3? Will Gussie Boy be the surprise winner here tonight if all top 5 make a massive collision? Anything could happen in these last laps.
Through the field?
What can Geordie do? What can Matley do? What can Lockster do? What can Tess Science do? What could any of them do?
They're all capable of winning this race, all getting on the podium.
This all depends on when Blitz goes. When will Blitz turn up his ERS?
Something's happened with
Lockster
and Hayden.
Oh, he's passed Hayden. He's past a ghost car and he's been given a penalty. As Blitz goes, he turns up his ERS. He's gone down the main straight.
So now Lockster has lost time because the ghost car would not pass him.
We go green here at Belgium. Blitz leads with Timor in 2nd. Doesn't look like any moves being made into turn 1 just yet.
The
I
DRS
believe.
will start on the 2nd last lap of this race.
Yep, they will get it for the last lap, I believe, or the 2nd last, either one. As Blitz leads down the Kemmel Straight, JB looks to be challenging behind the back of Timor.
Test on 3-second time penalty.
He's gaining, but he turns his engine down. He sits behind Rayner, whichever one, tries to go around the outside of Zach, but it doesn't work out. Stays in 5th position.
He had to recorrect his steering wheel there.
Gussie Boy all over the back now. Speaking of Geordie's up to 8.
Matley's in the gravel trap.
Matley's in the gravel trap, so Matley not having a good race. Or Matley not having a good restart, I should say. As Blitz leads by 5/10 over Timor on lap 19.
Timor has
as
pulled from JB Fahai.
Timor's gaining through this left-hander at Puon.
Oh.
Will he try and go down the inside? Blitz covers.
Blitz was swerving.
He covers to the inside. Blitz fighting for his life. Timor fighting for the championship. Timor locks up slightly. Will that cause any damage to his tyre? I know it can't really do much, but
Blitz
he will
was
get the
conserving for
DRS.
that
I mean,
middle
not the
sector.
DRS, the ERS. Timor thinks about
Blitz
it.
is not
He
conserving
sort
anymore.
of backs out of it as Geordie's past Dash now. So you pick up on those two battling. Rayner's looking at, I mean not Rayner, Zach's looking to get past JB as Blitz leads after our first lap of green flag running after that safety car. Blitz leads, pulls immediately to the left to try and break slipstream. Timor goes fastest lap with a 147.1. JB immediately beaten by Geordie with a 146.8.
There's a massive train now. So is Blitz holding Timor Thunder up?
What can Zach do in that Ferrari? What can JB do? Can JB try and challenge Timor for the second place position?
Top
If
five.
he did, that would be great news for
All
Blitz.
within 2 seconds.
Looks like Timor is still ever gaining on Blitz. Blitz saving his ERS and deploying it all down those straights, down the very long straights where you need to use your ERS. Blitz in the grass. He's got two wheels through
And
the dirt.
JB
Zach's closed right up to the back of JB, and Rain, don't discount Rayner in this battle as well.
Timor has touched the wall and lost.
Will that cause
5
damage
tenths.
for the? Will that cause damage for the Red Bull driver if he has touched the wall? I'm trying to see if he's lost any M plate.
Does not
He
look like
hasn't.
he's lost any damage.
On the replay cameras, it doesn't look like it, but he may have some. We can't see as Zach is getting super close to the back of JB. He needs a good exit off here. He can challenge the pink Mercedes down this back straight. As you can see, Rayner in the back of this battle as well on lap 20 and
Has
22.
Timor escaped damage by touching that wall?
Who knows, but Zach looks to be going for a move down the inside and switches to the outside. JB goes
Around
deep.
the outside.
There will be contact.
He's got the
Yeah,
inside,
definite
but
contact
JB
there.
squeezes him. And now Rayner's going to
Rayner
go down the inside.
And DRS
Pulls back
is
behind.
enabled.
So
DRS is enabled. Geordie
Timor
goes
will
fastest
get
lap again.
DRS. And JB
Rayner
will
dives
get
down the inside of
DRS
Zach.
on Timor.
There's contact between Rayner and Zach. Will that cause damage between Rayner's front wing? Doesn't look like it for the moment. Trying to see if there's a little end plate off. Does not look like it. Geordie's up to
Rayner's
6.
teammate Geordie JL23.
Gussie, will
Up
we
to
get
6.
past?
Is
We'll get
he a
DRS.
player in this? Geordie's got DRS as well, but he's not
See
using it.
Zach going down the inside of Rayner there, so Rayner maybe letting Zach back through. As Zach's now dropped a second and a bit to JB after that collision, but it looks like Blitz may have defended the first major DRS point that Timor could get past on this second to last lap, the penultimate lap of this Belgian Grand Prix.
It's going to be a close last lap between the Red Bull and the Alfa Romeo.
Looks like Zach and Rayner may have dropped back through their own collision as Supercar and Dash are now battling, as well as Gussie and Geordie. Geordie's come through the field. He's done absolutely amazing up to 6th position now, just behind his teammates. The McLaren's 5th and 4th. JB, the Lone Ranger, I guess, for Force India Racing Point up in 3rd. He picks up a 3-second penalty. It'll be interesting to see how things turn out with penalties.
Jordan.
I'm not sure if Timor has a penalty, but Timor going very slowly. JB's looking to go down the inside or around the outside of Timor.
Timor's
So
got
JB
one
applying the
warning.
blowtorch to Timor. JB's gone down the inside of Timor. He will get the DRS, but
JB's got
Zach and
a
Rayner
penalty.
battling now as well. So Rayner will go down the inside on this main straight. Rayner will get the position on the Ferrari, but he locks up. But he
JB
does get the
has got
position.
a penalty.
Rayner losing the car on the exit, so JB has a penalty. I believe Rayner may have one. I believe I know Zach has one. But can Timor get Blitz down the
Timor's
straight?
got
Timor's
one
out of
warning.
ERS. He's out of ERS. Does Blitz have a penalty?
Blitz has got one warning, I believe, or 2.
As
So if
Rayner
he
and
gets one more
Zach
warning, it will be a penalty.
still battling. So Rainer looks to have got that 4th position now, but don't discount Geordie, Rainer's teammate now. This 3-car battle is going to go on for this entire last lap. Zach isn't, Rainer isn't, neither is JB or Timor. So Blitz got less fuel at the moment
but Geordie does.
Second and
Geordie
third.
is well on low fuel.
So Geordie looking at Zach now, looking where he's weak on this last lap. Trying to get the move done, maybe into the bus stop chicane. That could be his only opportunity. Can Timor catch up? I don't believe so. I think Blitz may have this one in the bag. If he can just keep it clean down that back straight, he could have his first ever win in race spec. As Geordie picks up a penalty, and I believe that may be it for the McLaren driver. As we cut to Blitz now, this man has not won a race in race spec yet. He's still got the lead. Timor's run out of ERS, so Timor's got nothing to fight with. As long as Blitz does not get a penalty through this final chicane, as he comes into this final chicane now, he has done it right. Blitz, you have won the Belgian Grand Prix in Pacific Series. He wins. Timor will come home second. JB third.
Second-time penalty on that.
Rainer drops to 6th. Rainer dropped
Gussie
to 7th.
to 5th place.
Rainer dropped to 7th. 8th Rainer. Holy crap. JB on the podium for a racing point. Good job by JB there. Zach 4th. Gussie 5th. Dash 6th. Geordie 7th. Rainer 8th. Matley 9th. Tez Science 10th. Lockster is 11th. Supercar will come home 12th. And
the Timor incident looming over his head. Timor could report him for moving.
Who knows?
Towards him
but
while battling.
Everyone's saying good job to Blitz. So, good job, GG
He's got
Blitz.
the win for now. Good job,
I
Blitz.
believe he will keep that win.
He should keep that win.
But Henchman has left the session, so there is your race winner. Blitz OCE. People jokingly call him Blitz Hot Che, but everyone should call him now Blitz OCE. He's proved himself as one of the great drivers in race spec. And congratulations on your first win, mate. Everyone needs to join Zach, remember?
Oh, yeah.
So, I'm going to end the stream now, but thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, for watching Race Spec F1 Esports round 13 at Belgium for Pacific Series. If you want to join us on Friday night, we will have F2. Other than that, we'll see you guys later. I guess. Bye, guys.